I'm a first generation college student, grew up in Indiana, went to Rose-Hulman, and it was just, one of the transformative events of certainly my life. Really enjoyed my time there. Really enjoyed the small classes, the fact that professors knew me, had the opportunity to be in student government, which wouldn't have happened at a larger school. Was student body president, had exposure to the administration of the university and the board of trustees as well. And again, opened my eyes to possible things that were possible. And I've had a long relationship with Rose-Hulman. I recall I was living in Singapore in the mid '80s, and the ex-president of Rose-Hulman, Sam Hobart, and his wife came and stayed with me when I was in Singapore. And then a few years later, I was living in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and the dean of students and the dean of admissions, they were on a recruiting tour. They stayed at my house. So I developed those kind of relationships, not only with professors, but also with the administration, which I'm firmly convinced wouldn't have happened at a larger school. Speaking as an employer, one of the things that we are very much interested in doing is hiring students from places like Rose-Hulman. It really does prepare graduates to work in a changing and global workforce. One of the things I really appreciated was the fact that you get hands-on experience at Rose-Hulman. It's students. Yes, you go through the theory. Yes, you understand everything that's happening from a textbook perspective, but there's opportunities to do things hands-on as well. I had the opportunity to be a student engineer during the summers, and again, I was able to leverage what I learned at Rose-Hulman with those degrees. And just one little story, I was able to go back and was fortunate enough to be honored with a Career Achievement Award many years ago. It was about 20 years after graduation, and went back with my wife, and she's an electrical engineer from Virginia Tech, and great school. But when we went on campus, she was amazed that professors recognized and remembered me, and members of the administration recognized and remembered me. And she said, probably 3 weeks after she got out of Virginia Tech, she would be surprised if any of her professors actually knew who she was, because so much is done by TAs. And of course, at Rose-Hulman, you're really taught by professors who really get to know you. So again, it was a life-changing event for me. And I'm absolutely convinced that for students that have a STEM passion and are interested in that, Rose-Hulman offers outstanding opportunities for undergraduates, as well as phenomenal outcomes. I'm in about a month, I'm going to see some friends of mine that went to Rose-Hulman, and I just think about the four of us. We're all came from modest means. Well, one of them led an IPO of a company in the UK, was CEO of that company for 20 years. One did very, very well in tech and is now a venture capitalist, and the other ran a very large part of a very large organization as well, in a very large company in the US. So it's amazing. The outcomes are amazing, and at the same time, we worked hard, but we had a lot of fun.